Hello and assalamu alaikum guys. So here we are with the next video. Thank you very much for liking our video and subscribing our channel for the last video that we shot in Kuala Lumpur about the Christmas sales and everything. Thank you very much for your love. So today we are in Putrajaya. That's that building that you can see on my back. That's the Prime Minister office of Malaysia. So here it's like shifted from Kuala Lumpur to Putrajaya. So later we will tell you about the history of Putrajaya as well. But before that, please go and subscribe our channel, like our video, so that we can bring you more good content in future as well about the Malaysia, about the history of Malaysia and all the happening things that currently going on into Malaysia. So please don't forget to subscribe our channel. Alright guys, so hope you have subscribed the channel already. Now let's start with the content now. So today we are going to tell you about that how Putrajaya was designed, how the idea was shared, and who built Putrajaya. And with there are so much facts that you guys will be amazed to learn about the Putrajaya. So if we talk about the history of Putrajaya, so the idea of new capital administrative state of Malaysia was on table in 1980, and it was the idea was shared by then Prime Minister of Malaysia, that's Tun Mahathir Mohamad. So as we all guys knows that how the legendary and the iconic personality of Mahathir Mohamad is. So he was the man behind this whole idea that the new capital administrative city of Malaysia. So in 1980 he shared this idea, and then after all those paperwork and all those things going on, in 1995 the actual on ground work was started. But the fact that really amazed me about this this new city, that was developed only in 4 years. But on that note, I will tell you that about the Asian financial crisis of 1997 and 1998. They said that the work was slowed down because of that national crisis as well. So just think about it, that if those national crises wouldn't happen, then this whole city would have been built in just maybe 2 to 3 years. So that was the I was really amazed when I learned that this city was built in that such short time. Okay, so guys, now we have set up in the car. Now we are going to the next location. But before that, I just want to tell you a couple of more things about this. The cost of this city, initial cost that was spent on building this, that was $8 to $9 billion. So that was the cost that spent on this new city. And then one more fact that will really amaze you, that the 90% of the workforce and all the material was used from within Malaysia to build this new city. Only the 10% of material was imported from outside of the country, but the 90% and the whole workforce, this whole city was developed by the Malaysian construction companies as well. So that's really amazing fact if you want to learn about the architecture, if you want to learn about the how you can see the iconic the construction companies are in Malaysia. Even you can see that in the whole architecture around the Malaysia, the buildings, the high-rise buildings, you can see those are all developed and constructed by the Malaysian companies. Alright, so this is the driveway towards Prime Minister office. We just came here to get this shot for you. You can see this is the straight road goes to the Prime Minister office, and there's there's a park in front of Prime Minister office. In the evening, if you come here, I will try to come here in the evening and then show you that how this place is so happening in the evening. People come here for jogging, walking, cycling, and they just come here to spend their time because it's really nice to spend time. This is the mosque that we are talking about. This is the Red Mosque actually. So you can see the architecture and how beautiful it looks. So the more beautiful it looks from the outside, from the inside is also amazing. Okay, you can see the people are cycling around. And one more thing guys, it's Friday today, so here you can see the people are queuing up to get into this Red Mosque for the Friday prayer. You can see as it's Corona, so the SOPs has to be followed. So there's a long queue where people are trying to get into the mosque and offer their Friday prayer. there are two mosques in Putrajaya, like two big mosques that we need to mention in our video. This one red mosque that is adjacent to the Prime Minister office, and then the other one that we will show you around is the steel mosque. So now we are leaving the Prime Minister office, and we are heading towards the other authoritative offices of Putrajaya. Maybe we can go to the immigration office, the interior ministry, the exterior ministry, the High Court of Malaysia, and those all the buildings around this area. We're gonna show you about that. Okay, so guys, one more amazing fact that I want to share with you is that you can see this lake. So you will see that Putrajaya is like surrounded by a lake, and it's a man-made lake. It's not the natural lake. Actually, the idea that like Mahathir shared, that was that he wants to make this new capital administrative city as an island. So this lake that you can see here around, this lake is surrounding the whole Putrajaya. So the aerial view of Putrajaya, I will try to get a shot of the aerial view as well, so that you can see how it looks great from the sky. So as you can see, the weather is super hot today. It's extremely sunny. Like there is one sunny, but there is one like extremely sunny. So which building is it?
Federal Treasury.
Alright guys, so this is the High Court of Putrajaya. Look at the building. The architecture of this building is like super amazing. Look at the surroundings. You can see this one. And on the behind of this Prabandhan Putrajaya, there is the steel mosque that later we are going to show you. And yeah. Guys, so here you can see this is the cruise ship. You can book this cruise ship to go around this Putrajaya in this lake, and then have dinner there, have lunch there. It's like really beautiful. Okay, so guys, now we are at the steel mosque. That like much talk steel mosque. You have seen me talking about this steel mosque in my videos. So this is the steel mosque of Putrajaya. This is residing right on the bench of lake, the Putrajaya lake. Actually, this mosque, if you look at it at the daytime, you won't be so surprising. But if you look at it at the night time, because you can see that in most of the videos, I will only talk about the nightlife of Kuala Lumpur, nightlife of Putrajaya. But the fact behind that is that the temperature, that like you can say the temperature of Malaysia is pretty high. Like it's very hot in the daytime. So mostly the foreigners, mostly the tourists will not come in the daytime. So all of them will come at the night. So just to get their attraction at the night, the administration has done so many things for the nightlife of Putrajaya. For example, if you look at this mosque at night, I will show you later in some shots. This mosque looks really good. So guys, this is a small jetty on this lake, Putrajaya lake.
So you can ride this.
Because of this corona, all the water sports are prohibited this time, so we cannot do these water sports. Here we are at another place. This is the monument of Putrajaya. When this city was built, then they have built this monument as well. So on this monument, you can see these small labels. These are the screens which are like actually explaining the history from 1400.
But too bad it's closed.
Yeah, it's actually closed because of the. Can you show that shot as well, so that people can see that
it's closed.
So on this entry, you can read about the history from 1400 until every like war or whatever the administration got changed in Malaysia. So for example, the Portuguese, the British, and all those invaders who have invaded Malaysia. So all the history is mentioned on these slaves. So you can read it out maybe later when the corona is over and these entries are open. So you can see these slaves are going all around with it here, and then on the double story and on the third story, then there is a big minaret that's showing you the monument of this site. So yeah, this is the place where you can read about the history of Malaysia and all the invaders who has so far invaded Malaysia actually.
So we got
So finally we got something
Finally.
to drink actually. There was much needed drink. Okay, so this is the Putrajaya bridge. This is the lightning bridge that I was already talking about. I showed you from the other corner of Putrajaya. So guys, here's the signature song for today's vlog. So here we go. कभी कभी ये मुझे सताए, कभी कभी ये रुलाए, कभी कभी ये मुझे सताए, कभी कभी ये रुलाए, फकत मेरे दिल से उतर जाइएगा, बिछड़ना मुबारक बिछड़ जाइएगा, कभी कभी ये मुझे सताए, कभी कभी ये रुलाए. Alright, so guys, today we took you to the Putrajaya, like Prime Minister Office, Red Mosque, the High Court of Putrajaya, the Ministry Offices of Putrajaya. Then we go to the Steel Mosque. We have showed you around the Steel Mosque, the monument of Putrajaya, where you can see that we have showed you around that the whole history of Malaysia has been there. And then just now we showed you the Putrajaya bridge. And then one more thing that was really cool, there was the cruise, the dinner cruise of Putrajaya Lake. So these are the happening places of Putrajaya that we showed you. There must be some others as well. I'm really sorry if I missed any, but I'll try to cover in our next vlog maybe. But so far we have done this. So yeah, I think that is it for today. I hope you didn't forget to like, subscribe and comment on my channel, to like my videos, so that I can get motivated, I can get you more content on this, I can get you more content from Malaysia. In our next coming vlogs, we are trying to arrange some food vlogs. Maybe we're going to try the Malaysian food, and we're gonna show you that how rich culture in the Malaysian food is. But so far I think that is it. So just stay tuned, subscribe our channel, keep supporting. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.